Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Eddie's Retro Gaming Universe. Today we are starting a new series. We are continuing our journey through the first three Kingsfield games. And today we're going to be starting Kingsfield 2, which is technically Kingsfield 1 for US and other countries. I believe. Don't quote me on that. But
ASCII Entertainment.
This is really where it all began for me. This is my very first Kingsfield game I'd ever played. And of course it was, from software, as the original one was. ASCII Entertainment, I guess, licensed or helped develop the game. I couldn't tell you the history on it. It's also got a cutscene, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut while it plays.
A mysterious darkness conquered the island of Melanat. There was either a god or a demon who controlled the island, and no one tried to go there. A high elf in the forest told of a blue light that came down from the sky and struck the island. The blue light penetrated deep into the island's underworld. For hundreds of years, the island had been carved by people who were challenged and destroyed by the island's energy. Legends say, never approach the island, for a sleeping beast in the darkness waits for a great awakening.
Alrighty, so I'm guessing this viewpoint is from Castle Verdite. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, here we are. Kingsfield. And of course, like I said, this is my first Kingsfield experience. Technically Kingsfield 2. It kind of picks up from where the other one left off. The main character, we'll find out later, is a servant of the king, if I'm not mistaken, a knight of the king. And he is the main character, of course, of this game. So this is, besides 3, this is one of my favorite Kingsfield games. The movement to me is a lot better. I don't have to worry about, I see my red and green meter going down. I'm actually pressing, the X key, or X button on my PlayStation controller. And in this one you can actually run, whereas we saw in the last Kingsfield series, if you're watching it, you cannot run in that game. So, Kingsfield. First of all, before we get started, we're going to need a weapon, and there's a weapon over here I'd rather get first. I'm going to have to remember my controls now. So instead of triangle, you now press the circle button. I think this is a circle. My eyes aren't that great anymore. But at the beginning of the game, we come over here and we see this great creature. We're going to try to run past him. Now this is all kind of risky. You don't have to do it. But this is what I like to do at the beginning of the game. We're going to run over here. First of all, while we're over here, we can go ahead and pick up a crystal. Now, crystals, there is someone who can craft these into items. We'll find out more about that later on. So grab that. And we're going to kind of run over here, I think. Always check your skeletons. Doesn't mean to always have something, but wait, I don't want to get hit by this guy. Try not to get stuck like I did. And if we really want to risk it, we'll go ahead and equip this. Yeah, I'm already failing to remember how to use my menus here. No? Yeah, here we go. So it's got basically the same deal as in the very first Kingsfield, except in this one you have 2 items you can equip, and there's a special hotkey sort of for your select button. You can put a healing item here. You can put basically any item you want there. Right now I'm not going to use it for anything, but I'm going to go ahead and equip the short sword we just found. I don't know if I really feel like risking this or not, but if we go over here, we can find a decent weapon in here. We're really willing to risk it. There's 2 skeletons in here. They can kill you flat out, but down on the floor somewhere is a knight sword. So you can pick that up early also if you want to. It's kind of risky though. So now we got a bit of a better weapon now. Not much better, but better than the short sword. And now we can actually fight with a decent weapon. I know a lot of the secrets on this game, so I'll be able to show you guys quite a bit more than probably I could from the very first Kingsfield game. We'll go ahead, try to kill off this guy and not die. Oh, there's like a dragon fly thing. Yeah, I forgot what these things are called. But there are flying enemies also in the game. Okay. Oh, yeah. Of course I died. Well, anyway. Let me try this one more time. I'll try not to be so foolish as I was there. But this is one of those games where if you really risk it, you can get some good items early on. Especially if you played the game before and know where they are. You definitely get some good stuff early on. The frame rate seems to be better in this game than the first one, which is awesome. Although I don't think that's much of an improvement on the next game, but it is what it is. I'm going to take this item and sell it. I'm going to try to go back into this cave again and grab that knight sword. Which is somewhere around here. Oh yeah, right here. You do not want to get hit by these guys and die. Okay. Fine game. You're already trying to show everybody I'm a scrub, so I'm just going to grab the short sword this time. I didn't get so lucky that time. Anyway, after wasting about 10 minutes, let's go ahead and just come over here. We'll grab the short sword anyway. That'll be better than nothing. We'll find another knight sword somewhere else anyway, but I was hoping I could get it prematurely, but that's fine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to kill some of these guys with my dagger, just because I won't have to deal with them when I get my short sword. Don't do that. Now, you have a better chance of strafing around the enemies in this game than you do the other Kingsfield. I'm going to try to get away from that dragonfly thing while he's distracted. Let's get him again. Okay, we got him. I'm going to go over here to where the short sword is and grab it real quick. And of course, we're going to equip that. That's definitely better than our dagger. Yeah, it's going to take me a bit to get used to the buttons, but once I get used to the buttons here on Kingsfield, I will not have to worry about it again because they're the same controls on the next Kingsfield game. So now, let's risk it again and run across here. Be very careful. And now, you gotta also keep in mind that there's no save point until you actually get inside the underworld, but there's some cool stuff to be found on the outside, which is what I was... If you're watching the last series, I kind of talked about how that the original game didn't really have any outside parts, but this one does. If we kind of mosey along here, we can find us some healing herbs. I think these are called earth herbs. That's what they're called. Okay. Oh, I actually used it accidentally. Oops. That's okay, though. We can find more later on. So, I'm going to head up this tower. Be very careful, because the higher you get up, the higher you'll be, and there is, of course, fall damage in the game. And in this game, to learn magic, you will find crystals. So we'll grab that, go to our menu, and we will use our fire crystal. And we will learn our first magic spell, which we can use to defeat some enemies that are nearby here. No, we don't have a shield yet. I gotta get used to the controls. I got used to the original Kingsfield Games controls, and now the frustrating part is relearning the other games controls, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So, down the stairs we go. And I'm going to double check around here just in case, make sure I got all the items around. I think I did. Because I think all I have in my inventory is just one single earth herb. Okay. So, this part's kind of risky too. We're going to run across here. The fish can attack you at any moment. There's also those annoying dragonfly-looking creatures. But there is a piece of armor we can find early on. Okay. The breastplate. And it would be a good idea... Oh, also, let me go ahead and go... Okay, I got the fireball equipped. No. Good to use your magic here too. Your magic will increase, but you don't learn new magic by using your magic, you know, like we did in the original Kingsfield. But anyway, let's see here. Alrighty. Hit this guy. And we'll come around and attack this one if we can. Get a little bit of experience. Alrighty. Cool. So now we have gotten a few starting items that'll help us out. Nothing on that skeleton. And I don't think there was anything else here. But there is like a little bit of exploration on the outside. Not much. We'll find more of that in the next Kingsfield game. It's really refreshing to be able to run. Because in the other game, you couldn't do that. Now there's a pathway back to where we were, but there's also fish. I don't know if there's any items. I'll take this way just in case. In case there are any items. I don't think there are. We can talk to our first NPC over here though. I'm just going to try to walk around, not fall off. Remember, when you fall off the edge, you die. So do keep that in mind in these games. And we find our first NPC here. We'll go ahead and talk to him. Also, another earth herb. And so anyway, let's talk to this guy. You look like the person that was on the ship that wrecked a few days ago, but it's hard to believe that you're able to make it to the shore. Usually when a ship wrecks out there, no one makes it here alive, except for those who are tradesmen. Okay. Now, on this game, the NPCs will actually say more stuff than just one time. You don't have... Well, yeah, you do technically have to wait sometimes for them to say other stuff, but They usually have a decent amount to say at the beginning. Anyway, I came here to look for the Vikings' treasures, but this island is filled with poison, and now I can't live without the water on this island. I cannot leave. Makes sense. See that lighthouse over there? It was made by King Harvin a long time ago. It still works though, as it is lit by the magical powers of the mage Sedek. You can easily go there if you go through the shallow waters, but be careful and watch out for sigils, the dangerous sea monsters. Yeah, we've seen some of those already. It's pretty dangerous around here. When you go inside this island, you will see so many monsters. The Kraken's nest is especially dangerous. Don't go near it. And he's probably talking about that big creature we saw at the beginning. Yeah, we can't really kill him right now. So, there are some people living on this island as well as sea merchants. You'd better go explore this place. Is that all you have to say now? The village is behind the wooden door. I think you need special equipment to survive. You have to hurry. You'd better hurry. I think he's getting annoyed by us talking to him the whole time. Nah. Anyway. So, we're back here at the beginning. Of course, that's where we started, on that little platform right there. Now we are finally inside where we begin our journey. There is some items we can get from these barrels, one of them anyway, where we can get an iron mask, which we will of course equip. We have no armor besides our breastplate. There are different monsters around here. Of course, there's another earther, which will come in handy. I also want to go ahead and come in here and kill some of these enemies. You hear water flowing right next to me. There's an actual fountain over here. Oh, and of course you can heal up if you use your X button near it. I'm gonna try to strafe around these guys and hit them. Okay, got to level up. Very nice. I gotta remember the X button accepts, and the other one is for the menu. Alrighty. Alright, come on. Alright. Now these slimes, there's two different kinds. One of them is poisonous. The green ones are not poisonous, but the red ones are. And what's cool about the green ones, if you happen to get poisoned, you can like stand on top of them and they will attack you, but they'll also heal you of poison at the same time, in case you didn't have any antidotes. We'll learn a little bit about that later on in the game. Let's see here. I'm gonna go save my game real quick before I go in that door. Well, there isn't a door there, but there's actually a secret door there. I will show you here in a minute. It's a good idea to attack every single enemy, especially at the beginning, because just like in the other Kingsfield game, experience is really crucial. Oh man, that is annoying. Okay, and now there is a chest in here I think we can go ahead and grab. Has 30 gold in it. Okay. Now there are secrets in the walls, but you gotta be careful because there's also traps in the walls, which I will search for here in a minute, but I want to go ahead and get to my first save point, because you're going to want to save a lot, just like in any Kingsfield game, because it gets pretty dangerous. Got another level up, very nice. We're going to need our strength and magic. No. Okay, that's going to take some getting used to. It's been a good minute since I've played this game. So, yeah, not only for the controls, but other stuff. Another earth herb. These will be really handy at the beginning until we learn our first healing spell. So, first things first, I'm going to go in here real quick, and there's an item we can get. There might be some herbs in here, maybe. Maybe here? No. Alright. There's a dead soldier, Verdite soldier, I think. Yeah, soldier of Verdite. Probably explorer. Might have even been here before our main character and died. So these crystal things on the wall, these are our save points. This is when they stopped using the cross like they did on the very first one. So we'll save real quick. But yeah, really fun game. I thoroughly enjoy playing this game. It's really good. One of the most creative Kingsfield games at the time. There's some rooms down there, but I'm not going to go to them real quick. I wanted to show you guys that there are secrets in the walls. You have to press your X button. Okay, there's some gold. But one of these actually has some traps somewhere. Let's see, let me see if, do that so y'all can see that. Those spears will come out and get you. There's another trap like that somewhere around here, isn't there? Maybe not. It might have just been there. Let's head back to that fountain. We'll heal real quick. No enemies respawned. There's a secret door over here. And kind of like in the first Kingsfield game, I guess they decided to re-implement this little skeleton in it again. Probably because they were not able to release the first Kingsfield to the US, so they decided to put, I guess that's why they decided to put this skeleton in a secret room again. And of course, he is guarding a shield, which is going to be our first shield that we find. Now you will hear other skeletons as we're exploring. There's no more hidden walls, but there's actually different floors in this part of the game, but we won't be able to get to them just yet. So there's that. I might go ahead and head down to where we were. Some enemies might respawn, and we'll go ahead and take care of those guys. Yeah, I've got to get used to this Kingsfield's controls. There will be a bit of grinding. I'm going to go ahead and mention. Not so much that we're going to just stand around all the time and just level up enemies and not doing anything, but there are certain weapons that drop in this game that I would like to get, and they do require a decent amount of grinding. So we may have some episodes that are a bit longer than others because of that. There's an especially secret weapon in the game that I didn't find out till like years and years later. Reading through it about it on the internet and everything. So go ahead and save again. And so I want to explain something about the item I found, which I failed to do. So if we use the correct buttons, we'll see that this is what we found, and it is a Stargate. There are 3 different types of these in the game, but you cannot use them without the keys that match them. And so Let me exit my menu. You'll see on here we have this little pedestal, and there's like, you know, different engravings in it. The top one is where a key goes, and you can take these keys, and we'll actually find some of these keys in these pedestals, like at least one or two of them. And if you have the matching gate with the key, you can actually use the gate to teleport, and that is a way of warping around in the game to take shortcuts. And it is especially useful near end game for sure. So we got some enemies in here we might as well defeat. Now we can't refill our magic full just yet because we have no way of healing our magic just yet, because there are certain items in the game we need to find first. Oh, that's annoying. I gotta remember to use the X button. We have the head eaters again. They look a little bit better than in the first Kingsfield, of course. We got these green slimes. Alright, cool. This first area of the game, there are a few things you can get. Okay, there's that and that, which probably isn't a smart idea, as we've seen, to try to get, but like if you're willing to, you know, risk it, then you could get some good items at the beginning. Okay, another level up. Excellent. Got another crystal. It's good to check for secret doors and stuff, but I don't think there are any at the beginning. In this area anyway. There might be some other places. In other places. But we need to kill, of course, because we need experience really bad. These ones look like a split open watermelon, sort of. It almost looks like the inside of a watermelon, but its mouth is, of course, deadly and not delicious like watermelons are. Okay, so we did get poisoned. These are poisonous creatures, but let's see if any slimes respond. So what we can do is come in here and get attacked by one of these. Okay, and that will cure our poison. And that'll also help you save on antidotes. Okay, try not to get hit again. Like I said, you can strafe around the enemies, and it really is an advantage. Maybe too good of an advantage in this game. You can kind of strafe around these guys a little bit too good, I feel. Because it kind of starts to become game breaking eventually. But, I mean, it's just how it is. I want to try to run in here and defeat this guy. Because these bigger creatures, of course, will have more experience. Of course, I got poisoned again. Well, this time around, I'm going to just use my antidote. Since not only will it cure my poison, but it'll also heal me. Okay, got you. Ouch. Oh, man, he poisoned me too. Well, I didn't expect him to do that. But I was kind of right in front of him. That snail creature does poison you, and he has like this poison attack where it will really drain you if you're not careful. But like I said, he also will have quite a bit of decent experience for the beginning. So it's good to go ahead and kill him. Just got to be real careful. We will fight more of those later on also. Alrighty. And that should be it. Very good. And over here we have a locked door. We don't have the key for yet, of course. we're going to go back this way. I want to go save again. Alrighty. And now we're at level 4, I think. Oh man, such a good game. I've been looking forward to this series. I like to play this game every now and then, just by myself, just because it's really fun. So let's go back to that. Oh, an earth herb. I didn't even see. Let's go back to that water fountain. We'll go ahead and... Oh, there's another earth herb. Nice. Okay. Now we can do that. Heal up. Of course, we got another chest, and it's locked as well. Now that we've saved and everything, I'm going to see if I can go try to steal that sword again and hopefully not fail. Let's try not to get hit by the kraken. Okay. But hopefully... Well, let's go ahead and get this guy. We might as well. Well, or not. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But it'd be nice to have a little bit stronger weapon. It's not going to be much, but... Okay, now they've kind of moved around, and that sword is right here. Try to run out real quick. Now I got my revenge. Okay, let's get back here, and we will go ahead and equip the Knight Sword. A little bit better than what we have right now. Okay, I think I've checked all these. Very nice. Go ahead and kill more enemies. Except for the flying creatures, they're really annoying. Alright, and now go ahead. Oh no, don't you dare. That scared the crap out of me. Lots of things in this game can kill you, so do be careful. Now then, normally we would go deeper into the game, but I'm going to come over here because there are a few items, if I'm not mistaken, you can get early on, which would be the best time to get them is early on. I just hope I don't get poisoned by nothing, because there is one of these guys over here, and there's a few more head eaters. Come on. There we go. Gold? You got gold for me? No. Watch out for the head eaters too. They are poisonous, as we found out. I don't know what it is, whether it's some kind of performance engine limitation glitch, or not glitch, but like when you get to where there's enemies and stuff, the game just wants to slow down a lot. But of course, you know, the PS1 was a really old system, so... Oh yeah, there is a secret door here. There's also a trap door here, so we need to run across all the way to this chest. Like that, and we have our first... well, in this game, they're not called Dragon Tree Fruit, but they are called Dragon Crystal. And we'll find out something really cool about these later on, but I'm not going to spoil it right now. So anyway, let's go back. There is at least 1 or 2 treasures we can get upstairs, I believe. Did this snail respawn? I'm going to go ahead and kill him again. Might as well. Might as well get the experience down, you know, level ups as much as you can at the beginning, and that way you don't have to do it as much as you get further in the game. Now you're just being annoying, aren't you? Okay. Any gold? No. Okay. So, let's see here. We're going to go up here, and you got to be careful because if we look down, we'll see that there's quite a drop off there. I don't think we would die, but our health is pretty low, so it's possible that we would. Then there's another cave in here. There's also a save point, which I'm going to utilize first. So anyway, I think it's behind this wall, little door here. Of course, you could put you could even put a key here. I think each save point has a little room like this with a pedestal, which they didn't do in Kingsfield 3, of course. It's different in Kingsfield 3. So now that we've saved, and I did that for a reason, because there are some chests here, but some of them are guarded, and we'll find out pretty quick what they're guarded by. So I want to try to not only open the chest, but try to grab the item inside real quick and run back. Okay, we got a map. Okay. Now we have our pirate's map, which shows the island. So, like, the left-hand side of the map, we see that is where that tower is, and of course, to the north of that tower is that little island where we found the breastplate. Of course, all the left area is where we're at right now and where we've been. Normally, you would find this map later on when you're a higher level, and it's probably safe to do that. Real quick, like, I'm going to go back and save again since I found the map. Kind of tedious, but I'd rather do this instead of end up losing everything and having to find it all over again. So the skeletons, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fight these up here or not, but I'll definitely try to. And the skeletons in this game can be kind of annoying because they're not dumb. They're actually pretty smart. Sometimes they can even block your attack. So let's see here. Okay, this one's empty, but it is guarded. Okay. I'm going to try to defeat this guy if I can. Yeah, see, he blocked my attack there. They do have more health, but I think I can defeat them. Oh, that was my fault. I didn't heal it. Okay. And of course, like in the other Kingsfield games, it'll start you right at the beginning, all over again. If you didn't have a memory card back in the day, that would really suck, because you'd have to start. It'd be like a roguelike game. You'd have to start all the way over again. But no, we have a save point. And I want to find out what is my max HP. I want to know. So, okay, where are we at now? 79. Alright, so, no. Oh, I'm going to get so annoyed. Until I get used to the controls again, of course, but... So that chest was empty, so there's no reason for us to actually bother with that one. Okay, there's a crystal there. A skeleton's going to pop up, but I'm going to run away this time. Yeah, one hit from him and almost all my health was gone. There's our little fisherman friend down there. Ah, man, such nostalgia, so many memories. It's so fun. So, let's see. Oh, hello, hello. Well then. Hello to you too. So, what we can do after I defeat this guy is, instead of walking all the way back to our save point, I think we could just fall through the trap door here. Go through the secret door. I don't double check these walls. I don't think there's any secrets in them. Just in case, though. Good to check for secrets. A lot of secrets, like in the other Kingsfield game, even more so in this game. Double check the walls just in case. I don't think there's anything. but could be wrong. Alright then, so we'll fall through here. There's a slime. A couple slimes. I'll go ahead and kill. They won't be much experience, but they should drop a little gold. Okay, so already. Alright, now go up the stairs. Oh, there's a head eater. Oh, there's also a treasure. Okay. Ah, don't do that, please. Sometimes, like, the frame rate will step up really high, and then the game just seems to go a lot faster. Now we got some gold and a dagger. Our first bloodstone. We could also drop down here, and our save point is just around the corner. We'll go ahead and save. And now, let's see here. Yeah, okay. Saving. And let's head back. I want to go ahead and take a drink from that fountain again. There wasn't another kraken around, was there? No. I didn't think to check this wall over here. There might be traps, but... Oh. I was wondering what that was. Is there an enemy behind me now? No. Yeah, there is, actually. Did I miss that? It could have just respawned, I guess. Alrighty. And one more time. There we go. Alright, let's head back in here. We'll heal up in here real quick. Our health is already up to 79, which is great. And of course we have more enemies behind the store right here. Let's see, I'm gonna kinda... I don't want to get poisoned by that guy, so I'm gonna kill the head eater first. And there we go. Let's see here. I want to take care of this guy. These guys are annoying sometimes. But as you can see, strafing around them is a really good exploit. Trying to be smart of me, huh? Trying to make me a liar, aren't you? Come on. Stay still. Alrighty, got him. Alright, cool. Might as well kill these slimes while we're at it. Now, just like in the other Kingsfield games, certain weapons will damage enemies more than others. But, so far we just got weapons that do slice damage for the most part. So we got slash 35. Oh no, that's defense. Offense, we have slash 50. Chop 10 and stab 11. So we also have a lot more different elements that we can damage with and also be protected from. We've got a few little like magic defenses, probably from leveling up, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to go up here. This is also another risky thing to do, but there is some decent items we can get, which will be helpful later on. And if we look down, we can see this is kind of where we found that short sword, and there's that waterfall where the cave is. We will be visiting some of these areas later on, or revisiting them, I guess you could say. Okay, let's run in here because I think there's 2 snails in here. I think this guy might help me kill this other guy, but I'll probably have him dead by the time he reaches around. Yeah, he's dead. So let's kill the other snail. Okay, these guys take about, well, that other one took about 4 hits. So we got another magic crystal. These green ones are the wind crystals. So we'll go ahead and use that one, wind crystal. And they spin around, and we learn a magic, which is, of course, the wind cutter spell. But none of our magics actually level up. Your magic attack just gets stronger, and that's about it. This chest is locked. We'll have to come back and get that item later, but this one should be unlocked. And we have our first crystal flask, where this is the first Kingsfield where you use these flasks at. Now there's different types of water in the game. We found the blue water, which heals our health. There's also green water, I believe, which will heal, like, I think, status elements. There's also a pink kind of water. We'll also find out about that. And some more different types of water that you can put inside your crystal flask. For right now, though, I'll probably just use the blue water until I find some different ones. But like when we find eventually pink water, we'll be able to restore our MP with it, which will be very good. But we have to find some items to actually have that. So right now, that's a no-go. Alrighty. Kill these head eaters. Eventually, all these enemies, like in any game like this, will become real easy to kill. And real quick, like, since I have, I also want to go fill my flask. Since I have went ahead and did this, I'm going to go ahead and heal. And also, while you're here, you can use your crystal flask and it will draw some water. And that way, we can use it kind of like a little healing potion. And of course the flasks are reusable, so that means we can keep refilling them. Like I said, it's the first time that was introduced in a Kingsfield game, although technically to most of the world this is the first Kingsfield game. Alright, that wasn't very nice. Now you're going to get it. Come here, you. Alrighty, and one more. Alright, very nice. So, let's see here. We've done that. I'm going to go over here and save again real quick before we go further. So we've already reached several levels, which is nice. So let's see here. So in this game, when we finally start finding magical weapons, we have on the right, on the menu to the right, it says strength power and magic power. Just like in the original Kingsfield, those numbers have to be high enough to use sword magic. Now, in the original Kingsfield, you had to have both of those at 60 just to use some of the sword magics, but in this one, it just has to be at 60 for all of them. So that was kind of cool about that. We'll discover things get a little bit different in Kingsfield 3, where that's concerned. But I'm kind of glad that they made it more simple. I think they made it harder for the original one, because usually Japanese games are a bit harder than the ones they release for the American audience. At least at the beginning it was that way. I don't know about now. But normally, like, the Japanese versions of games were normally harder and required more grinding. Not that I mind that personally, but I think they made it a little more simpler for other audiences. Okay. Because like in the original Kingsfield, to use like the magic of the in-game weapons, your strength and magic had to be up to like 80, I think. So that was a lot. It wasn't hard. Okay. Got some writing on the wall. Medical herbs for sale. Owl hunt. Oh, hold on. Alright, so we have a soldier here. And of course, he wants to get our giblets. But what we're going to do is do a little funny trick here. I like to do this. Make sure I use my strafing for this. We're going to open the drawbridge. See if he'll come across. Oh, come on, you're gonna... Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's... Okay. And... he'll fall. That's what was funny about that. If you didn't want to kill him. Of course, we'll be fighting quite a few of those guys later. But I wanted to show that because it was funny. Alrighty, so what do we got here? The entrance to the North Village. So now one of these caves has some ghosts in them, but there's also an item we can get early on. I'm going to avoid the ghosts as much as I can. If I can. I want to get this antidote real quick. Also, gravestones, just like in the other Kingsfield game, could have items in them, so it's a good thing to check them if you want to. Oh, okay, this guy I'm going to kill for sure. Okay. Now, ghosts will use a dark spell on you, so do be careful about that. Oh, they'll use a slow spell on you, not... They might use dark also, but... Anyway. There's that. Okay, and I think at the end over here is a chest, yes. And it has an item we could use. We'll go over here and grab that. And we get our first piece of armor for our feet, which will help. Okay, there we go. Now then, I'm gonna try to avoid these guys. I don't like fighting the ghosts. They're really annoying. They can slow you down and cast dark and stuff. Alright. Alright. Another earth herb. Sometimes you'll find stuff just by clicking or pressing your X button. I don't know why it is, but sometimes there's just secret stuff like right on the floor that you can't see. Although it doesn't happen that often. Owl hunt. Medical herbs for sale, owl hunt. Hello, owl hunt. Hello, newcomer. You can go to the underworld if you want to find some crystals. I cannot go down below because I'm too fat. Anyway, I have some herbs for sale, or herbs to sell. So, of course, we could buy some stuff from him. He's got quite a few things. Right now, I'm not going to buy any earth herbs. Oh, and this one, you could actually buy them in quantities, which was pretty cool. From here on, you can actually buy stuff in quantities. Right now, I'm not going to buy anything. I usually like I've done in the other Kingsfield games. I try not to buy stuff unless I absolutely need it. I feel like in the original Kingsfield, you really needed to buy herbs and stuff. But in this one, not so much. So we've got another NPC here. Nola Bagel or Bagil. Certainly not Bagel, so I hope not. Maybe. Anyway. Oh, did she have something on her? No. Never mind. My name is Nola. My brother, Diaz, came to this island 2 years ago, but we haven't seen each other. If you see my brother, would you tell him that I am here? Diaz came to this island to meet a powerful warrior. I don't know if he wanted to learn something from him or if he wanted to fight him. I wonder why there is sunlight here while the other parts of the island are always in the dark. I wish the whole island were like this. Faye, or Phi, I guess, the man who came here with my brother, has also disappeared. He was a very kind person and our good friend. How come Faye and my brother don't contact me? Do you know where my brother is? Okay, that's all she'll say for now. Of course, we have another a blue healing fountain here, which is very nice. See, it's stuff like this that makes it to where you don't have to buy herbs all the time. They didn't have that in the original Kingsfield. So we're going to go down here. There's a few enemies we can kill. We got a couple termites over here. Gotta be careful about these guys. They can paralyze you. If you do get paralyzed, that means you cannot move temporarily. Alright, he dropped a little crystal. These little crystals you can sell. Okay, that was a trap. That was not a trap. What did we find there? Another little crystal. I'll probably be checking for prices, which I never did when I first played this game, but since I've played the original Kingsfield, I've realized that some merchants may buy items for more than others. So, good thing to remember. Got another level up. Got a chest over here, too. Got 40 gold in it. And what do we have down here? We got some more termites. Got a ghost. No. I don't know why my weapon didn't come out when I tried to swing, but whatever. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to deal with these stupid ghosts. Because they do get annoying. Okay, you guys can't go beyond that invisible boundary, I guess. Oh, strength gain, nice. Just means I can kill things faster. Okay. Very, very good. Kill the termites first. Although, of course, you know, the head eaters can. And then you got these guys that cast dark on you. I forgot there was a ghost over there. Let me see if I can kind of get him to come over here. Well, he went right through me. He's a ghost. Of course he can. I'm going to use this wall to my advantage. Well, try to. Yep, I better watch out. If I get paralyzed by him and start getting attacked, that's not going to be good. Okay. Now, it is dark, but the effect will wear off. Just be careful. Oh, now I can't. Oh, oh, that was bad. Oh, this game. I was trying to strafe around him, but that was kind of a dumb thing for me to do because, oh, let's see here. I was not being very smart about that. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, back at the beginning. Of course. Just let me go back real quick. I'll go back real quick and be quick about it. I might go talk to Al Hunt again because I wanted to see what else he had to say, and then I think what we'll try to do real quick, I think there's a save point somewhere around this area actually, and what I may do, okay, there's him. See if we can get him to fall off again. Come on. Okay, he fell off. I like doing that. Okay, anyway. So, let's go up here. Real quick, like, oh yeah, we need to find these again. I'm going to try to run through here real quick. A lot of backtracking if you forget to save, which kind of sucks, but let's try to run out of here if at all possible. Okay. Okay, good. Now, now there's where Al Hunt is, but I thought there was a save point not too far away. No, this is not where Al Hunt is. Let's see. There's where Al Hunt is, and I think if we go this way, yeah, the save point is around here. Alright, so real quick, like, we'll go talk to Nola again. Go ahead and heal up real quick. Also, I need to equip those boots. Ah. Alright, so talk to her real quick again. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through all her dialogue, just since we've already read it. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, now I'll go back and talk to Al Hunt because I wanted to see what else he had to say. We'll come back and get those items again later, and I'll try not to be as dumb about it as I was in this episode. Anyway. So, yeah, we read that part. We'll talk to him again. I will tell you a secret. The green slime can resolve poison. This is where you learn about that green slimes can actually cure your poison when they attack you. So he says the green slime can resolve poison, so try to touch its body whenever you are poisoned. It's not so much that you go and touch its body, you actually have to be attacked by it, which is kind of a deception right there, but anyway. If you hang around long enough on top of its body, you're going to realize that once it attacks you, it'll cure your poison at the same time. Run away if you see monsters. Don't even think about fighting them, even though you are a skillful swordsman. Don't even think about fighting them. I wonder why I'm always so hungry. Okay. We'll let him and think about that mystery right there. Let's see here. And now, of course, more sealed doors. It says not accepted, but basically, oh, that one's sealed and this one is not accepted. I forgot why that is, but yeah. I actually know why it is, but I don't want to spoil anything just yet. But this is going to bring us to the end of this episode. I'm going to save real quick again. Okay, awesome. So we have gotten started. We are now at level 6 already. Pretty nice. Not bad. But that's going to be all for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching this episode. I am looking forward to getting out there and playing more of this for next week's episode. But anyway, y'all, thank you for being a part of my universe, and I hope to see you all again.